Mrs. Coulter was not inclined to let go of any possession, especially so valuable a treasure as this little girl. Lyra was pursued and would have been caught. But help arrived from an unlikely source.
Egyptians.
Her new friends would not only protect her from the long arm of Mrs. Coulter, but welcome her as family.
Marcosta.
And so it was, during her meeting with John Farr and Father Coram, that Lyra first attempted to read the Alethiometer.
The Master of Jordan gave me this.
It's an Alethiometer. You've got 3 hands you can control. By pointing at 3 symbols, you can ask any sort of question you can imagine. Once you've got your question framed, this other needle points to more symbols that give you the answer.
Can I try?
What are you doing, Lyra? You don't know how to read it.
Hush, Pan.
A difficult task at best. A fool's errand without decades of practice and a host of manuals. Lyra performed the impossible without a moment's doubt.
Mr. Desroches was a spy, and spies have to be cunning. Maybe like a serpent. The bee, maybe.
Why'd you pick that one?
Because bees are always working hard. And if you're a spy, you have to work hard. Plus you use cunning, and then you learn something.
Let's see if it works.
That's it.
Are you all right?
Is Mr. de Ruyter
Yes, Lyra. He's gone.
the Alethiometer? It knew. Maybe I could have helped him.
There's nothing you could have done. But if you learn to read that instrument, we may be able to prevent future tragedies.
You're right. I'll do my best.
Don't worry, little one. It happens to everyone first time out to water. As soon as you're feeling well enough, Father Coram would like to speak with you. He's in the meeting room below decks. How are you getting on here, Lyra?
Just fine, thanks. Pan likes the sea a lot.
Well, careful he doesn't like it too much, or he may end up settling as a dolphin or some such, and then you're never going to see dry land again.
No. That can't really happen, can it?
No, I'm just having you on. It's happened to a sailor or two, but you ain't tied enough to the sea to worry about it.
Why do demons have to settle at all?
Well, your demon's a part of you, and when you're young, you want to be a million different things. Get a bit older and you start focusing on the things you love most, and your demon follows suit.
But I want Pan to be able to change forever.
I remember feeling like that when I was a boy. But there's something nice about it when your demon settles. It lets you know a lot about yourself somehow.
Is there a way to stop your demon from settling?
Nope. Once your demon settles, there's no going back. Ha! I once met a man claimed to have an elixir that could make your demon change again. Sold it to half the port, he did. But of course it didn't work. Folks were, well, pretty upset about that.
What will Pan settle as, do you think?
Hard to say. Some folks think the demon settles because of the person, but it might also be the person settles because of the demon.
What do you mean?
Well, take my Belissaria. Maybe she's a seagull on account of me being tough and hearty. Or maybe I got tough and hearty on account of her being a seagull.
But what if she settled as something else?
Well, then I'd have had to accept that, or else I'd be discontented, wouldn't I? There ain't no changing who you are.
Father Coram should be in the meeting room at the fore of the ship.
You're not supposed to stare into the sun, Pan.
Father Coram should be in the meeting room at the fore of the ship.
I understand now. Aha! I understand now. That makes sense. This isn't so hard. That makes sense. I figured out another one. Aha!
Hello there, Lyra. Are you feeling better?
A little, thanks.
Have you had much opportunity to practice with the Alethiometer yet?
I'm trying, but it's hard to figure out what all the symbols mean.
That's the trick, isn't it? Even with a gift like yours, it could still take a lifetime to understand all the meanings.
Do you know any of them?
Only a few. Take the hourglass, for example. Its first meaning is obvious. Time. But it also has a second, deeper meaning. Death.
That's not too hard.
Not all of them are so straightforward, though. What do you think the apple means?
Knowledge. I already learned that one.
Yes, but it has another meaning as well. Sin.
Okay, that makes sense.
When you see a symbol, understand the context and associate the symbol with the meaning. Try it now with this apple.
So, if I see something that matches a symbol from the Alethiometer, I might be able to understand a new meaning.
Precisely. There may only be 36 symbols, but for all we know, their meanings are limitless. You're bound to uncover new meanings all the time, and the more you understand, the easier it will be to read the Alethiometer.
If I can ever focus for more than a few minutes without getting sick.
Yes, of course. Why don't you go back to the deck and speak with Jerry? I think he'll have just the thing to help you get your sea legs.
Father Coram said you might have something to make me feel better.
Haha, just the thing, in fact. Swabbing the deck.
I was hoping it was more like some medicine.
That's the best medicine there is. Nothing gets your sea legs under you faster than a little hard work.
Oh boy.
Head to the rear deck. You have to go up the ladder over the engine room. You'll find a mop back there.
Sounds a bit fishy to me.
And while you're busy with that, you might ask some of the others if they need any help. There's never a shortage of tasks to be done on board a ship.
Hello, Ness. Is there anything you're doing I can help you with?
No, but I bet there's something I can help you with. After your run-in with the gobblers in London, I thought you could use a few lessons on self-defense.
Ooh, like karate? I've always wanted to learn that.
Not exactly. More along the lines of how to avoid people trying to collect the GOB's reward. You ready to do a little sparring?
Oh, look at that.
Whoa! Whoa! I can barely... Ah, nicely done. And come here, you. Whoa! And come here, you! Whoa!
Top notch, if I do say so myself.
None too shabby, Lyra. Now come talk to me again if you feel you need more practice. And if you want pantoliming to learn as well, Adamo here will be happy to help.
Didn't Jerry say the mop was on the rear deck?
Oh, look at that.
Good work, Ben. Lyra might be able to learn a thing or two from you.
Finally, somebody else recognises that. Do you feel any better?
It's definitely helping, but my head still hurts. I guess I could do something else.
Be careful. Don't let me catch you.
Which to choose?
Whoa! I can barely... That's it. Not fair. I'm just trying to help. Ah, nicely done. And come here, you. That's it. Not fair. I'm just trying to help. Ha! Whoa!
Tops.
Looks like you're pretty good at this. I don't know if there's any more I can teach you.
Didn't Jerry say the mop was on the rear deck?
What are you doing over here?
I'll tell you, but you have to promise not to say anything.
Sure.
See, me and Dæmons was exploring since we never been on a ship this big before. But she got tangled in the rigging and now can't get down.
And you can't leave because she's up there.
She's got to come down sometime, but we've already been here going on an hour.
Pan and I could help you, couldn't we?
Of course. I certainly wouldn't like to be stuck up there.
Really? I sure appreciate this, you two.
I need something. Fast. I'm supposed to ask if you can ask the engine room to stop the smoke in the rear stack for a little while.
Now, why on earth would I do that?
Well, Jerry said if I'm to stay on the ship, I need to earn my keep by clearing out the smokestack grill.
I don't think it's safe for a little girl to be clambering up that smokestack.
It's not that high. I mean, I've been higher, that's for sure. I know I won't fall.
That's impressive. Really, it is. But Father Coram wouldn't be too happy with me if something happened to you.
I only have to go up a little and I'll have the grill to hold on to. I'll be low enough that I won't get hurt even if I do fall.
All right. I'll pass the message along to the engine room. But promise me you'll be careful up there now.
First you're too ill to stand, now you're pretending you're in the circus.
Quiet you, I'm concentrating.
How's that?
My stomach's still a bit off. But it's not as bad as it was. One more task ought to do it.
Thanks a lot, you guys. I don't know what I would have done otherwise. I'm sure Dæmons has learned her lesson as well.
We're happy to help.
Speak for yourself. I'll be pulling rope out of my teeth for days.
You know, Lyra, even though no Egyptian would dare turn you in, there are plenty of folks out there who'd gladly take the oblation board's reward money.
You don't need to tell me twice. I've had enough of being kidnapped for one lifetime.
The best way for you to go unnoticed in the north is for you to pass as Egyptian child. Most folks don't give us a second glance.
So, should I borrow some clothes, or...?
Being Egyptian ain't all about the way you dress. Now, I notice you've been picking up our way of speech on your own, but you're gonna have to think on your feet if anyone talks to you. I've heard you're a fair hand at fooling people already, though.
Well, Ma Costa did say I was deceptive.
She paid you quite a compliment then. Come on, let's see you in action. Pretend I'm a landloper inquiring into your business.
One of these might come in handy. The Magisterium won't recognise me if I'm with you guys, right? They'll think I'm Egyptian.
Not if you keep up like last time. Let's try again. Greet me like Egyptian would.
That's never Alphonse, is it? Good to see you, old son.
Well done, young lady. If I didn't know better, I'd have thought you were one of Ryan Van Dien's children.
One of these might come in handy. So, do you think I could pass for Egyptian now?
Not quite yet. We Egyptians are sailors, and there's a very important part of being a sailor. Swearing. Now, let's see how you do.
What are you up to, you barnacle-encrusted land goat?
Bravo! I was a bit put off just listening to that. What if the ship had just run aground? What then?
You squid heads. We're on the blasted rocks now because of you squabs.
Whew. I got goosebumps just there, Lyra. You're starting to sound like a full-blooded Egyptian.
Wow. Jerry was right. I do feel better.
That's good. For both of us. Let's go see what Father Coram wanted us to do.
This isn't so bad.
Certainly is a far cry from the luxury of Mrs. Coulter's flat.
I'd swab 1,000 decks with my tongue before I'd go back to that awful place.
Should we slide down the sail?
what do we have here? You know, Alphonse, turns out I have Egyptian blood in me after all.
That's so. Which family do you come from?
My grandmother was cousin to the head of the Hartman family.
Your gran must have known some of my parents' friends. Good family, that. How did you end up in Oxford, then?
My grandmother moved there after her husband died, and after what happened to my parents, I was placed in the charge of Jordan College.
Stands to reason. Hard to keep Egyptian in one place too long. So, what are you doing back on the water?
I was kidnapped, see, and taken on a boat. But then I realized I liked the water. So even when I escaped, I stayed on a different boat.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Not great, but hopefully the Magisterium won't ask too many questions.
Ah, Lyra. It looks like Jerry's medicine did the trick.
I feel much better, thank you.
Do you think you could read the Alethiometer now?
I think so. What do you want me to ask?
As you know, Lyra, your disappearance caused quite a stir back in London. The authorities are looking all over for you, but we've taken it upon ourselves to keep you safe. In order to do that, we need to know what Mrs. Coulter is planning.
Okay. I'll try and figure it out. It's all falling into place. I can't understand the answer. There are so many symbols. I think it's trying to tell me danger is approaching.
I'm sorry, but I just don't know, Lyra. Maybe one of the other sailors can help you.
I could use one of these. Easy as pie.
Lord Farr's got a point, Lyra. You best stay in your cabin with those things around.
There ain't much else I can tell you, Lyra. You and Pan enjoy yourselves now.
I don't care what Lord Fa and Far Decorum say. A rescue mission ain't no place for a little girl.
Ain't you scared of coming with us, Lyra?
No, not really.
It's okay if you are. There ain't nothing wrong with being scared. Not of something like this.
Are you scared?
No, not really.
Do you think we'll get to see any witches?
Depends where we end up going, but I think we'd be hard-pressed not to.
Have you ever met a witch?
No, and I'd like to keep it that way. Their ways ain't the same as ours, so they might help you one minute and kill you the next.
Well, I'm certainly glad to be finished up there. That was more than enough excitement for one day.
It's not fair. I just got used to being on a ship, and now I'm stuck in my room.
Don't worry. It probably won't be long before we get to Trollersund anyway.